Broncos country. Have you ever felt that chill before a play that could change everything? Something big is coming to Denver, something that could turn our offense into a defense-shaking machine. We're talking about a player who's a former Pro Bowler, runs routes like a wide receiver, and who Sean Payton is calling a joker. Who is he? And how is he going to light up the stadium and fire up our fans in 2025? Stay tuned, Broncos family, because today we're talking about a name that's reigniting the orange and blue pride. Broncos country. This 2025 offseason has been a true masterclass in strategy by GM George Paton and coach Sean Payton. They know the Denver Broncos faithful are hungry for wins, for those moments that make you jump off the couch and scream until you're hoarse. Their big move? They brought in a tight end who might just be the missing piece to take our offense to the next level. Evan Engram. This guy isn't just any player. He's a veteran entering his 9th season with stints at the Giants and Jaguars, 2 Pro Bowl selections, and the kind of skill that gives defensive coordinators nightmares. But why is he such a game changer for our Broncos? Take a seat, because this is going to be one of those journeys we never forget. Let's start with the basics. Who is Evan Engram, and what does he bring to the field? At 30 years old, he's not your typical tight end. He's what Sean Payton calls a joker, someone who can line up anywhere and create matchup problems. Put him on the line, he can block in the slot. He's lethal on short and mid-range routes. Out wide? He stretches the field with ease. In 2023 with the Jaguars, he showed what he's capable of. 114 receptions, 963 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's not just good production. That's elite. Something we haven't seen since the days of Shannon Sharpe dominating defenses at the turn of the millennium. Fan interaction. Broncos family, tell me, what's your favorite Shannon Sharpe moment? That clutch catch against the Raiders? Or his Hall of Fame speech that gave us all goosebumps? Drop it in the comments, because Engram is here to bring that same energy back. Now let's talk tactics. In 2024, the Broncos showed they're on the right path, especially with Bo Nix emerging as the quarterback of the future. Drafted in 2024, the kid is growing with every snap. He's reading defenses, staying calm under pressure, and showing off that arm that gives fans hope. But let's be honest, the offense still had its struggles. On third downs, especially those 4 to 6 yard situations, we had a tough time moving the chains. And in the red zone, too many field goals, not enough touchdowns. That's where Engram fits like a glove, or better yet, a cleat dug into turf. Engram is a first down machine. In 2023, he had 47 first down catches, many of them on crucial third downs. He's a walking mismatch. Too fast for linebackers, too big for safeties, too physical for corners. Around 80% of passes thrown his way turned into completions. Just imagine Bo Nix locked in, spotting Engram across the middle while defenses focus on Cortland Sutton and chase Marvin Mims. That's the kind of play that makes Empower Field at Mile High erupt. Fan interaction. Broncos country, what's your dream matchup with Engram? Him against Derwin James from the Chargers? Or maybe Fred Warner from the 49ers? Drop your predictions. I know y'all are picturing him embarrassing some defenses out there, but let's keep it real. It's not all sunshine. Engram is coming off a rough 2024 season where he played only 9 games due to injuries, one to the tendon, another to the shoulder, which required surgery. He finished with 47 receptions, 365 yards, and 1 TD. Decent, but not up to his full potential. So, the big question on fans' minds, can he return to Pro Bowl form? The good news? Early 2025 training camp reports are Engram looks healthy, running crisp routes, and building chemistry with Bo Nix. Payton's already designing plays to maximize his versatility, slot routes, quick passes, even red zone trickery. Speaking of Payton, let's zoom in on what Engram means for his offensive system. If you know Payton, You know he's a mastermind of creative offenses. Back in New Orleans, he weaponized players like Jimmy Graham and Michael Thomas. Engram is exactly that kind of piece. Not just a tight end, more like a 6'3" wide receiver with great hands and elite route running. Picture this: Engram in the slot, Sutton split wide, Mims stretching the field, and rookie R.J. Harvey ready to burst through on the ground. That's an offense that can keep AFC West defenses, yeah, I'm talking about you, Chiefs and Raiders, up at night. Fan interaction. Broncos, fam. What play do you want to see Peyton draw up for Engram? A quick screen? A red zone fade? Drop your dream play in the comments. It's time to dream big. Let's take a step back and connect with Broncos history. We've had legendary tight ends before. Beyond Sharp, remember Julius Thomas? In 2013 and 2014, he was a red zone nightmare with Peyton Manning. Engram has some of both, Sharp's versatility and Thomas's physical presence. What excites me most is how he might bring back that mile-high energy we felt in our golden days. Remember 2015? Dominant defense, just enough offense to win Super Bowl 50. Engram could be the bridge between solid and dominant, something we haven't seen since. Another key point, how Engram helps Bo Nix develop. Year 2 is when great QBs start to shine, and Nix already proved in 2024 he has the arm, the smarts, and the heart. But he needs trustworthy targets. Sutton is a rock. Mims is a rocket. Engram? He could be the glue. On third downs, he's a go-to. In the red zone, he's a threat. In play action, he slips behind coverage to create space. With the O-line holding strong, Quinn Meinerz and Garrett Balls leading the way, Engram could become Bo's safety valve. Fan interaction. Broncos country, do you think Engram becomes Bo Nix's best friend in 2025? Or will Sutton and Mims remain the top dogs? Drop your hot take. I know y'all are counting down to week 1. Off the field, Engram brings veteran leadership that can reshape the locker room. At 30, he's seen it all. Pro Bowls, injuries, rehab. In a recent interview, he said, "I face adversity anytime, anywhere. Everything happens for a reason." That's the mindset we want in Denver. A fighter. A guy who's hungry to prove he's still elite. With Pat Certain, too, leading the defense and Nix emerging as a leader on offense, Engram could be the glue guy who helps this squad chase greatness. Let's talk stats, because we love them. In 2024, our tight end group, no disrespect to Adam Trotman and Nate Adkins, wasn't much of a passing threat. Trotman ended with 22 catches, 204 yards, 3 TDs. Engram, even with injury, had more receptions and yards. If he returns to 2023 form with 100-plus receptions, he could transform this offense. Analysts are already projecting 70-80 catches in 2025 if Peyton schemes him right. And in the red zone, he could double our efficiency, turning field goals into touchdowns. Fan interaction. Broncos country, what's your number prediction for Engram? 70 catches? 100 like in 2023, maybe 10 touchdowns? Drop your guess. I want to see who gets it right. Bottom line, Engram's arrival is a message. The Broncos are in win-now mode. After years of rebuilding, 2025 feels like the year we can go toe-to-toe with the AFC's best. The defense, led by Pat Surtain, is already elite. The offense, with Nick, Sutton, Mims, and now Engram, is starting to look dangerous. And with Sean Payton calling the shots, we know this offense will be aggressive, creative, and explosive. Broncos country, if you bleed orange and blue, you don't want to miss this. Subscribe, hit the bell, and ride with us through every snap, every touchdown, and every W in 2025. Now's the time. Let's make some noise. Look, Broncos country, I'll be honest. Engram's 2024 injuries give me pause, but his potential, off the charts. If he stays healthy and Peyton unleashes the full playbook, we could be looking at the guy who flips the script in games against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders. But what do you think? Will Engram return to Pro Bowl form and silence the critics? Or do we still need more firepower to fly high? Broncos fam, what's your take on our new joker? Is Ingram the missing piece that'll launch our offense to the top of the AFC? Or do Bo Nix and Sean Payton have more tricks up their sleeves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, leave a like for good luck, share with your Broncos crew, and let's get hyped for a season that'll make Mile High shake. Until next time. Go Broncos!